Now funding on Kickstarter a brand new set of Halloween mask pins, vintage style pins designed by me, Kneon. Check it out at halloween.ninja. That's halloween.ninja. So Elon Musk has been hypercritical of the Odyssey ever since, the casting decisions were announced a couple of months ago. We'll talk about that, but now he's looking to make his own version of the Odyssey, and we have a couple different ways this could go. He said he's going to spend $100 million to have Grok make an AI version of the Odyssey, and also he would give Mel Gibson $100 million to make a version of the Odyssey that's historically accurate, because everything Mel Gibson does is historically accurate. That would be like the trifecta of cancel culture making an Odyssey movie. We've got Elon Musk, who they hate. We've got AI movies, which they hate, and Mel Gibson, which they hate. So, this would just be the perfect storm, and the media is reacting exactly the way you would think. Now, here's the thing. I'm actually looking at this like, come on, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing? But if he could pull this off, even if the movie is not great, for $100 million, if he could pull off something that is comparable to what Hollywood puts out, this is actually going to be a huge blow to Hollywood studios in the fact that they can look at this, even if the movie's not good. They could look at this and be like, well, you know what? If we put a competent director and a competent writer and some competent actors in this, we can make, a $300 million movie for $100 million, and that's where everything's going. So it is kind of, I guess, a savvy move in some regards, but also people are looking at this like this is Elon Musk having a temper tantrum over the Odyssey. I think he said it was actually pretty good. But again, he's been, hypercritical about the casting. And he said that Nolan did it just for the awards. Now, my understanding, I haven't seen it. My son saw it. He said it was actually pretty good. I just am not interested in watching it. It's 3 hours. And Nolan movies for me, outside of Batman and The Prestige, are like pulling teeth. I sat through Oppenheimer and I was bored as hell throughout most of it. It was a competent movie. Oppenheimer, it was a good movie. I'm sure it's some people's favorite movie. It won a bunch of awards. I was bored. I would probably never watch it again. If I was going to watch parts of it, I'd watch clips of it. I can't sit through the whole thing again. But let's talk about this. This is pretty wild. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Go out to more.clownfishtv.com. That's moreclownfishtv.com for exactly what we said it is, more Clownfish TV. You've got more podcasts and episodes you will not find anywhere else. Also, if you'd like to listen to the audio version of Clownfish TV, go out to iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you listen to music, wherever you listen to podcasts. Look for Clownfish TV podcast, subscribe, give us a 5-star review. It would definitely help. Thank you very much for that. So let's wind it back a couple of months. Variety. Elon Musk attacks the Odyssey again and claims Christopher Nolan cast Lupita Nyong'o as Helen of Troy because he wants the awards. That's what he said. He said that, what is this? Conservative commentator Matt Walsh used X to insult Nyong'o, writing, "Not one person on the planet actually thinks Lupita Nyong'o is the most beautiful woman in the world." Well, some people would argue she's a model, right? She was a model. Christopher Nolan knows that he would be called racist if he gave the most beautiful woman role to a white woman. Nolan is technically talented, but a coward. And I think she was in the movie for like 5 minutes, right? So it was like they pushed her to the forefront and they pushed Elliot Page to the forefront. And between the two of them, as I understand it, in a 3-hour movie, they have less than 10 minutes of screen time. So, it is so maybe it was about the awards. Like, look, guys, we've got diversity. Musk supported Walsh's opinion, replying true. He also wrote on X that Nolan wants the awards, which is why he thinks Nolan is changing the races of characters in the Odyssey. Musk was replying to a tweet that noted how the Oscars have representation and inclusion standards when it comes to Best Picture eligibility, although these rules have little to do with the casting. It has to be an either or. As I understand it, it's either or. Either it has to be behind the camera or in front of the camera. It doesn't necessarily have to be both, but, some people think it's just all about the fist bumps and getting the accolades and the approval of your Hollywood peers. But now Musk is going to do his own version of the Odyssey. And to me, look, I'm going to be real here. This strikes me as when the Daily Wire was going to do Snow White. Like, we're going to do a proper version of Snow White. And that thing fell apart, right? Now, do I think Musk would do it? Yeah, I think he would do it out of spite. But also, it's a proof of concept. Like, look, Hollywood, we can make a movie that looks as good as yours. Might not sound as good as yours, might not be acted as well as yours. But visually, we can make a movie that looks like yours for a fraction of what you're paying on these movies. That's what I think this is all about, personally. And I also think he's trying to push Grok as being a movie making tool. So big studios will come to X and make them deals. The thing is, I can tell you as somebody who does use AI, Grok is okay for fact checking. It's not good as a creative tool, in my opinion, compared to other models. It's just not there, right? So watching a whole movie made by Grok would probably be pretty painful, but I digress. We'll go out and look at a clip somebody made. This is not Musk's clip. Somebody else made a clip, and it's not great. The acting is not great. But I can see the vision. I can see what they're going for. This come from Deadline. Musk claims Grok Imagine will create historically accurate AI version of the Odyssey. So Musk's campaign against Christopher Nolan just deepened. The tech mogul wrote on his social media service X that his AI tool Grok Imagine would create a full-length feature version of Homer's Greek myth. Before this year ends, Grok Imagine will make a full-length movie of the Odyssey that is historically accurate and true to the art of Homer, he wrote, sharing an AI-generated short of the story posted by an ex-user. Now, people think this is a clip from Musk's. It is not. It is not his. And I don't know if I can run the audio here. Well, it's AI-generated. I mean, visually, it looks good. But this is not what he's actually talking about doing. Just saying. But it is possible. I think what he's trying to do, well, again, he's trying to troll Hollywood is what he's trying to do. I mean, let's be honest. He's trying to troll Hollywood. But he's also trying to show that, yeah, you can use these tools to make movies a lot cheaper, and eventually we don't need Hollywood. Anyway, that's what he's trying to show, I think. I don't know. Given that Homer's story is a work of fiction, it's questionable how historically accurate any remake could be. But X and Tesla owner Musk has repeatedly questioned the casting of Nolan's picture over recent months. Musk called out Lupita Nyong'o's casting as Helen of Troy and supported. Okay, yeah. So this is the narrative. They hate Elon Musk at the end of it. They hate him with a passion because he switched sides. He became a Trump supporter. He became Trump's right-hand guy there for a while. I don't know if they're friends or not. I can't keep up with this relationship. Will they or won't they? I have no idea. But he also took Twitter from them, which once Elon Musk knocked over that first domino, which was buying Twitter, which a lot of these people said was absolutely impossible, everything else kind of fell into place. And that was kind of the end of I think a lot of far left voices having control of the narrative. Now we're going the other way, which I don't know if that's necessarily good either. But they're never going to stop being mad at this guy. They're never going to stop being mad at Elon Musk. But anyway, he supported transphobic posts, they said, about Page. I would have to look into that. Musk also said he was down to give Mel Gibson $100 million to film an Odyssey adaptation that would be delivered in Homeric Greek in response to a message from an ex-user. Yeah, that'd be like Apocalypto. I don't know how accurate Apocalypto is. Do you guys know? Like, is it historically accurate, or do you just think it'd be cool to... I have no idea. Despite Musk's opprobrium, two-time Oscar winner Nolan's Odyssey has been a huge box office hit. Yeah, there's a whole controversy. I'm not even going to wade into it about the numbers and whether they bought tickets and boosted it or whatever. I know a lot of people are going to see it. A lot of people like it. Studios are going to do what studios are going to do to boost the numbers. But as far as like the Rotten Tomatoes stuff, yeah, they're going to do what they got to do to make sure this is a hit. And the Odyssey is being touted as the biggest hit this year. That's live action. These little asterisks there. That's live action. That's not a cartoon. And once Spider-Man comes out, I think that's pretty much it. But this is kind of weird to to see. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do my own version of the Odyssey. Let's see what the comments are like. Heavy Pulp, echoing another comment I made. Imagine it gets better with each passing day. It's super exciting to see. I was consistently blown away when putting this together at the awesome performances you can get out of an AI actor. Actually, I was not impressed with the acting. The visuals are passable, but yeah. Meanwhile, over on Blue Sky, jeez. You mean this isn't historically accurate? Game of Thrones season 8 Grok edition. I just hope it doesn't come across like one of these like knockoff Disney movies. Have you seen this? Like every time Disney comes out with a public domain fairy tale, there's always like a knockoff ready to go. Or kind of like how they always have like knockoff Transformers movies or knockoff Terminator movies, or I forget the name of the one company. They always do like a budget cut. Like it's not Transformers, it's like Transbots or some stupid shit like that. That's kind of what it feels like. It would be amazing if it were amazing. But again, I'm not holding my breath. Just a very interesting story, a very interesting twist in the Odyssey thing. I think they should do it with puppets. Just do an Odyssey with puppets. The whole thing. The Muppet Odyssey. There we go. The Muppet Odyssey. But you can't do that because buy the Muppets. There you go. Elon, buy the Muppets. Muppet Odyssey. Have fun with it. You can be like, hey, Nolan, hold my beer. I'm going to cast pigs and frogs and weirdos and all kinds of crazy shit in my Odyssey movie. So I'm going to get more awards than you got. Gonna wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later. Now funding on Kickstarter, a brand new set of Halloween mask pins, vintage style pins designed by me, Kneon. Check it out at halloween.ninja. That's halloween.ninja.